They're executing people on the street. If you look at the video of them holding the gun to the back of his head and you compare it to the Nazis executing someone, it's the same fucking picture.
It's really not, though.
Would
Nazis,
you like to see the
Nazis killed 20 million people. Nazis killed 20 million people. How can you say that the two people...
Let me show you this picture.
I don't have to see the picture. I've seen the picture.
No, you should see this.
You can show it to me if you want to.
You said you're interested in history, right?
I've seen the same picture.
Then why don't you put your money where
We
your
just
mouth
have a different
is?
interpretation.
Why don't you put your money where your mouth is? Here, let's go ahead and take a look at these pictures. See how fucking similar they look. Let's check this out.
Now you're talking about Alex Pretty, right?
Yeah.
When he was interfering with
He
a
wasn't
federal law
interfering with
enforcement action.
shit. They were fucking macing a woman that wasn't doing anything, and he tried to help her. His back was to them. All he had in his hand was a phone, and they shot him dead. They executed him.
Anybody else?
No.
Yes, they did. They fucking executed.
He
You wanna see the
interfered.
fucking picture?
Anybody
Come on,
who
let's go on.
interferes with law enforcement
He
at
wasn't
any level
interfering.
runs the
He
risk
wasn't
of having.
interfering.
He wasn't interfering?
No, he
You don't
wasn't
think so?
interfering.
I don't
No,
think
he
you're
was
looking at
not
the whole picture.
interfering.
All right, I've seen
Okay.
the picture, but you can show it to me if you want to.
Okay, you see this one? Now, look at this one. What's the difference? What's the difference?
That's a Nazi.
A, B,
And that-
A, B. There's a Nazi right there. There's a Nazi right there. There's their fucking victim being shot in the back of the head.
He's got
There's
his hands.
fucking victim.
He's got it. The
his
second
hand is on the
picture
ground.
But the other
and he has
picture,
a
the guy's got
phone.
his hands tied behind his back.
He has a phone.
And he's sitting on the ground.
He has a phone in his hand. His hand is on the ground. He's clearly not a threat. That is not a deadly threat. That is not a
just
deadly
prior
threat.
to that, he was interfering with
No,
the
he wasn't.
enforcement
No,
of the
he wasn't.
federal
He
law.
was helping a
still not
woman.
Hey, I agree that it was
It's in the
unfortunate.
video.
In
Are
both
you telling
cases,
people not to believe their lying eyes?
here's what I agree with. Here's what I agree
Is that
with.
what you're doing?
Here's what I agree with.
See, this is why we have a problem.
Do you want to
with
know what I agree with
This
you
is
on?
a matter of morality.
If you won't let me,
This is a matter of
let's
the
talk.
law.
Let's talk about what
you
we
don't
agree
get to
with
execute somebody
and what we
because they're
disagree
standing
with.
between you and a woman.
What I agree
You
with.
don't get to execute someone for that. That's not the fucking way the law
You
of the
can't
land
just
works.
see. This is the
He
problem.
has a
Is
right to his, he has a
people
right to
think they have the
protest.
right to interfere
No,
with
they
federal
have a
law
right to
enforcement
protest.
officers.
Have you seen what a protest looks like in a
There's a
truly
difference
free
between
society?
peaceful protest
If you want to see what a
and
protest
interfering
looks
with law
like in a
enforcement.
truly free society,
Well, we're gonna disagree
then
with
go
that.
ahead and look at Italy.
So
go
here-
ahead and look at France.
You talk
Go
about-
ahead and look at the UK. Go ahead and look at all those European countries and what their fucking protests look like. That's what a free country. That's what a free country looks like. Do you see
Okay.
anything like that here?
People,
do you see people shooting
unfortunately
fireworks?
lose their
Do you
lives.
see anyone fucking
Not
doing
right now,
fireworks?
but they do frequently here.
No, they don't.
They have.
No, they don't. I've been
over
here
the
for
last
8
several
months, dude. I've
You
been
don't-
here since
you
the
don't
fucking
think
beginning.
They've never shot fireworks here or
a
munitions.
couple of outside agitators do.
Okay.
Some of the chuds coming down dressed in black bloc do.
Chuds
Yeah,
meaning what is a
they
chud?
do.
What is a chud?
A very disgusting human being. If you're like basically people that support the pedophile in chief.
Okay.
You know the guy whose name is on the Epstein files more than Jesus's name is in 10 Bibles.
Did you see the picture today of Hakeem Jeffries sitting at the table with Jeffrey Epstein? Was released today.
And if somebody is
So-
fucking kids on the blue side or on the red side, they should go to prison.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
I have absolutely. They're not my fucking daddy. I
All
don't
right.
have my nose so far up their ass that my nose is brown and my face is orange.
But Trump reported Epstein
no, he didn't.
to
No,
the
he
police
didn't.
and helped
No,
inform
he
the
didn't.
police about his
No,
activities.
he didn't. What he did is he broke the law. He said everybody knew that he was doing this. And if you know that someone is hurting a child under Florida state law, everybody is a mandatory reporter.
See, but
and
that's-
if you fail to report it, it is a class 3 felony.
But see, that's
It is a
total,
class
that's a
3. So
total
all Trump
distraction.
did was admit to fucking committing a class 3 felony. You know the guy with 34 fucking felony charges already? He committed another felony. Go figure. A felon committing another felony. That's the fucking law, dude. That's the fucking law. So
right,
if
well.
you're saying that you're all about law and order, what the fuck you doing?
I just don't
What the
agree
fuck you
with
doing?
all of your.
I
I
mean,
think that you're
the dude's
putting
got
together,
20
you're
fucking
piecing
six-
together
No,
different
no,
scenarios
it's
to
literally on
support your
fucking
argument.
tape, dude.
All right.
It's on fucking tape.
Well, listen.
He's also on tape fucking creeping on his daughter, saying that if she wasn't my daughter, he'd be dating her.
Do you remember the situation
Tiffany,
with Biden?
when she was 1 year old.
What about Biden sniffing the little girl's hair and reaching around and grabbing them
Like
in the
I
upper
said,
chest area?
If somebody is fucking doing sexual assault, they should go to prison.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck who it is.
But don't you
If
also
they're doing
agree
it,
that
then they should
in
go to
America-
prison. If Bill Clinton was doing it, he should go to prison.
He was
If
doing
I-
it. He was also Clinton in the term in Clinton. He was
but how
he
many
was
times
impeached.
is Clinton's name
He
in
was
the Epstein
impeached
files?
for what happened.
2,600 times?
He was in there, yeah, a
Fine,
few
I get
times.
it.
Yeah.
He's in there 2,600
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
But you know what? Trump is in there. The previous count was at least 34,000 times. Now they're saying with the unredacted files that Congress has access to, which was a Republican saying it, by the way, that his name is in there over 1 million fucking times.
But is that why people are
Where
down
there's
here
smoke,
because Trump is a
there is
pedophile,
fire.
or are they here because of immigration
no, we're
policies
here
of the
because
federal
the people
government?
that are following his orders are killing people. They're locking up children that are 4 years old with stage 4 cancer and taking away their cancer medicine. So much for the people that care about kids.
So
much
anybody
for
who
the people
comes
that
to the
care about
country
kids.
illegally, regardless of their
Being
circumstances,
here
should be allowed here?
undocumented is a civil offense, not a criminal offense. Look it up.
But it's a deportable.
Look it up.
It's a deportable
It's
offense.
punishable. No, it's punishable by a fucking $50 to $250 fine.
Do you think?
It's a glorified jaywalking ticket.
Do you think that Donald
and you know
Trump
what?
deceived
Most
the American
of the people that he's arresting are actually here, going through the process, doing it the right way. We've seen hundreds of people come through this building, coming in to check in, to do it the right way, and then never coming out, getting sent to fucking Tacoma. They're doing it the right way. They're here, going into the facility, doing it the right way. 70, I think it's actually 84%. Yeah, it's 84% of the people that are arrested by ICE have no criminal record.
So they shouldn't be
No
deported.
criminal record.
So they shouldn't be deported.
It was the Republicans that granted amnesty the first time.
But didn't
So
Biden
what
and Obama
changed?
also deport people who are here illegally?
Absolutely, and I think he
Yeah.
was a piece of shit for doing that.
So what was the difference between Biden and Obama and
the
Clinton
treatment
and
of
Trump?
the people while they're in custody.
Okay.
Separating children from their families.
Okay.
Withholding stage 4 cancer medicine from 4-year-old children. Executing American citizens on the street. There's a whole litany of reasons
What
why
about
it's
the illegal
different.
aliens
what
that
you are
do-
doing is creating a false equivalency fallacy. That's
No,
all
I'm-
you're
I'm
doing.
drawing a distinction between
No,
people
you're
who are
drawing
here
a false
legally and illegally.
equivalency strategy.
Well,
That's all you're doing.
Okay,
It's
we're
a
go-
false
we're going to continue to
equivalency
disagree.
fallacy. That's
We are
all
going to
you're
continue
doing.
to disagree
You're
about
comparing
that.
what Obama and Biden were doing to what Trump is doing, and that is a false equivalency. That's by definition.
I don't agree with
is
that
a
because
false,
it's the
no,
same.
because he wasn't
It's
locking-
exactly the same.
They
They're
weren't
both
no,
presidents.
They
They were
wasn't.
both.
They were not separating children.
In fact, Tom
They were
Homan was
not
hired.
separating children.
Was hired and
They were
promoted
not
under
killing American
Obama.
citizens on the street.
You don't think
They
that
were
people
not
died in
fucking-
custody?
They were not detaining 4-year-old children and withholding their cancer medicine.
What about illegal
They were
aliens
not-
that kill American citizens?
More people have died. You know how fucking rare that is?
No, not rare at all. More
that
people
were
have
born
died
here-
in America.
More people that are born
More
here
people-
statistically.
I will say this:
People that
more
are here
people.
undocumented
to go to your
are
point,
are less likely.
more
by
people-
a
more
factor of
Americans
50%.
But more Americans have died at the hands of illegal aliens
That's
than
bullshit.
illegal aliens who have been
That's
died in
bullshit.
detention.
That's bullshit.
No, there were like 9 people that died in detention.
And then what?
But-
34 last year. There's 9 people this year. This year, we're at the beginning of fucking February.
So you said you were concerned about children too, but they've found they've reunited.
Was that 4-year-old child a fucking?
They found more than 300,000.
The 4-year-old child was actually a fucking citizen. He was a fucking citizen, dude.
They found 300,000 children that were brought here and separated from their families.
Citizens. They have no jurisdiction over citizens. They have no jurisdiction over citizens. These are citizens of the United States that they are also kidnapping and disappearing into fucking ICE facilities.
What if their parents were here legally?
They were here legally. Trump's fucking grandfather was undocumented. Frederick Trump. And it wasn't Trump originally, it was Drump. They changed their name to sound more American.
Not uncommon.
But his grandfather ran a brothel. So not only was he here undocumented, he was one of those criminals that you speak of. So if you're going to sit here and try and give the anchor baby line, that means Fred Trump was an anchor baby, which means Trump is an anchor baby of an anchor baby. Okay?
So if you want to
follow that logic to its absolute end, then once again, it comes back to Trump because his grandfather was undocumented.
All right, I'll let you have the last word on that.
Look it up.
I'm probably not going to look it up, but I will.
Even Woody Guthrie wrote a song about what a piece of shit his father was. Seriously, look it up. Old Man Trump by Woody Guthrie.
Woody Guthrie also worked for the federal government, so there you go.
Woody Guthrie was on the federal government's blacklist because he was a suspected communist.
He did have some good songs, I'll give you that.
There are 2 lines that are missing from Woody Guthrie's This Land Is Your Land that you'll never hear. There's a big high wall there that tried to stop me. The sign was painted, said private property, but on the backside, it didn't say nothing. That side was made for you and me.
All right, that's a mic drop right there.
Square, in the shadow of the steeple, by the relief office, I see my people as they stood there hungry. I stood there wondering, was this land made for you and me? And the reason you don't hear that is because he was critical of what was going on in this country at the time.
Yeah, I know that.
He was very critical of people being able to just kick people off. He had problems with rich people buying up all the land so that people couldn't get homes. You want to know why the homes in this country are so fucking expensive where no one can afford them?
Too many illegal immigrants?
No, that has nothing to do with it. The immigrants are building more homes than they're occupying. Give me a fucking break. They're building more homes than they are occupying. If it wasn't for people, undocumented people in this country, Social Security would not be solvent. You would not be able to collect a Social Security check if they weren't here. The food would cost 2 to 3 times as much if they had to pay a fair wage. Okay? Now, I personally think they should at least be getting minimum wage. But the food would be so expensive if they weren't here.
Why don't you run for office and try to change the laws within the system that we have instead of trying to change the system? You've got good points, so why wouldn't you try to change the laws?
You're talking about people you're talking about a country that has a shit ton of fucking fascists. Yeah, the Nazis lost World War II, but fascism won.
Do you think we have a better chance of changing the existing system we have, or just changing the system entirely?
The United States was actually very sympathetic to Germany. Most of their policies, they took from us. They were inspired by the KKK. They were inspired by Henry Ford's International
Hitler had
Jew.
A plan to
American
invade America.
Worked hand in hand with the Nazis. Coca-Cola even designed their own soda because there was an embargo to get the ingredients of Coca-Cola into Nazi Germany. That's how Fanta was created.
Yeah, good and bad. Well, look at Henry Ford. He was.
That's what I said. Henry Ford.
Right. Exactly.
He's a fucking notorious anti-Semite. He wrote the International Jew. He was given the highest award.
Audubon was the same way. he was a great artist and a great documenter of bird,
well, I mean, Hitler
but he was a
pissed
notorious
off because he couldn't paint. So
yeah, there you go. Well, yeah. I know we disagree, but I just hope we can keep it civil.
He got his ideology between the Ku Klux Klan and Henry Ford's International Jew. The idea for eugenics came from us, sterilizing people.
You want to know something? My great-great-grandfather was a supporter of eugenics, and he was written about just in the last 2 years in a book called
Why does that not surprise me?
Mud, Blood, and Ghosts. No,
Why does
read the book. Remember this book, Mud, Blood, and Ghosts? And then next time we talk, maybe we can talk about it. Mud, Blood, and Ghosts. It was written by my second cousin, who is a very, we are completely diametrically opposed politically.
Are you trying to play up your Nazi credentials?
No, because I'm not a Nazi and I'm not a fascist. Okay. I'm just saying that over the evolution of our country...
Do you agree with eugenics?
I would say that eugenics is an interesting study because Margaret Sanger was really the proponent of eugenics who brought in abortion.
You do realize that most of these things that you're trying to weed out of the genetic pool.
Well, whether you call it abortion or whether you call it women's rights or whether you call it eugenics, what's the difference? You're killing babies. What's the difference between abortion and women's rights and eugenics?
What does this have to do with the price of tea in China?
It has to do everything to do with it because you're killing. People have the people in America have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Fucking people. Until you're born, you're not people. The difference between eugenics is they were doing it to people that were conscious of who they are. You're a person at conception,
but you're a person at conception.
They were conscious of who they are.
You're a growing person at conception. So we have a lot of points we disagree on. There's no doubt about it.
You're a fucking pile of goo at conception.
Just when you squirt out a baby, it's not if you're 8.5 months pregnant, and then you have a baby when you're 9 months pregnant, it's still a baby.
Dude. Fucking abortion is in the Bible.
But that's eugenics. That's what I'm saying. It's all a matter of semantics. Abortion. I think it goes back to your point about pretty and whether we're talking about pretty or we're talking about good or we're talking about babies dying at the hands of another person is unfortunate.
These are people that can feel
but it also
fear.
happens
These are
all the
people
time.
That can feel empathy. These are people that can feel love. That's what makes you a person.
You don't think a baby who is in the womb can feel?
A baby isn't going to be feeling love. They're not even conscious of themselves. Do you remember the womb?
No, I don't.
No, you
actually.
don't, do you?
No, I don't. No,
I don't. You don't remember the womb.
Not that I can recall.
Not at all.
All right, well, we're going to agree to disagree, but thank you for sharing that song with me. I will look it up. Remember the book, Mud, Blood, and Ghosts? Maybe we can have a conversation in the future.
Very unlikely. I'm
kind
of busy.
I'm just leaving the door open.
As you notice, I've been here for 8 months.
I know. What's the solution, though?
I'm more worried about standing up for people than I am reading a book about pseudoscience.
When do you think this is all going to end, and how?
When all of the shit ends with the abuse of people, when he stops abusing people, when he stops killing American citizens on the street, when they stop locking up American citizens, when they stop locking up people whose only crime is practicing their First Amendment right to record.
And what if I say that will end?
Anyone.
That will end when all of the people here illegally will be deported.
The legal observers, the American citizen legal observers that have been getting shot and arrested and intimidated, they weren't blocking their vehicle.
Two of them.
No, there's been more than that.
You don't think
there has been
Renee Good wasn't
doing
blocking?
It in Minnesota right now.
You have a skewed perspective.
They're specifically targeting legal observers. Just like at this facility,
right.
They target the press, they target medics.
Because they're interfering with law enforcement.
No, we're not.
When did the laws change where there is a difference?
Interfering with law enforcement.
The First Amendment.
Not interfering with law enforcement.
The First Amendment doesn't guarantee interfering with law enforcement. First Amendment allows peaceful protesting and freedom of expression and freedom of speech.
Do you see any violence down here?
Well,
no, you don't.
I see MAGA agitators walking around with
agitators all the time. We had somebody driving by waving a gun at us just a couple hours ago.
We had one waving one at us a week ago.
Oh, you're talking about an airsoft pistol?
I'm talking about somebody who shot a BB gun 8 times out the window of a car.
This guy was fucking
It's called a drive-by
45.
shooting.
Bitch
How
boy
do you
Shane
know?
Over here,
How do you know?
by the.
How do you know?
How do I know what caliber it is? Look
Yeah.
at the size of the fucking hole, dude.
Well, how do we know what that gun was?
Look at the size. All you have to do is, if you're looking down the barrel of a gun, if you have any knowledge of firearms, you can
Ask this guy. So she's saying that the gun.
So I mentioned
we were
gun,
talking
and he
about.
thinks that we're talking about
So
him.
somebody pointed a gun allegedly out a
guilty
window
plea.
today, and I was saying
a
somebody
guilty
shot a
plea.
gun,
You said Shane.
and she's saying
What are you talking about?
She's
That's
saying-
my name, dummy.
they're saying
I'm not.
she,
I'm not
they.
dude, that was a completely different conversation. That had
Okay,
nothing to do with
I
this.
just heard my name.
Yeah,
and
that
I
had
thought-
nothing to do with this.
Okay.
This was about a guy that drove by here about 2 hours ago pointing
There's no
pistols at
video
people.
of it.
Do you know how many fucking... Doesn't mean it didn't
No, I
happen.
know. I'm just saying.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen.
God, she just
All,
goes right into
all
the
I can
I
hope
went ahead and
is that
we did get his
like
license
Jesus said
plate.
in the Bible,
We got the information
I was
on that.
blind and now I can see. So
Well, if
maybe
you're talking
someday
about
we'll see
Jesus,
the same
then why is
perspective.
abortion in the Bible?
Maybe
Why
someday.
is abortion in the Bible? Noah's flood was the largest mass
You're just saying that
abortion
women's.
ever happened on the face
You're
of the
calling
planet.
women's rights and abortion. I'm just saying, what's the difference between
because
that
a
and
woman
eugenics?
Has a right over their own body.
No,
They have a right over their own
They have the
body.
right to not
You also
impregnate
have a right-
themselves.
You guys gotta give me a break. I've been smoking.
That's freedom to choose.
They
Is
are
not.
taking away people's right to have an abortion when they are raped. Okay?
What
So
if?
they didn't have a choice in those cases. So what about that? What
Well,
about that?
I
a
think
woman has a
abortion
choice
is
over
wrong.
their
I'll
own
leave it
body.
at that. Abortion
Because,
is wrong.
you know, if you're so pro-life, what about Head Start? What about food stamps? What about affordable housing? What
Yeah.
about all these things?
People
You know,
can
y'all talk
under
about being
under
pro-life.
under the
You're
capitalist
not
system.
pro-life. You're
Everybody in
pro-fetus.
America,
Because if you were pro-life,
every citizen has the right to lift themselves up
so you're
through
pro-life
capitalism
unless
to
that
be able to
person
do that.
Turns out gay, unless that person turns out trans, unless that person steps on your lawn.
I didn't say that.
It's fucking hypocrisy.
I didn't say
It's
that.
fucking
You're putting words
hypocrisy.
in my mouth. I'm saying that I believe that birth
You're
life
sitting
starts
here
at
You're
conception.
sitting here quoting the Bible.
Yes.
When it has a prescription for abortion, may have the women drink the bitter waters. That's an abortion. It's in the fucking Bible, dude.
So you think abortion
it's
is okay?
literally in the Bible. So if you're using God as your premise against abortion, then you really need to go home and read your Bible.
So do you think
Because that's not
abortion
what it
is
says, and
okay?
it's pretty pathetic that an atheist has to sit here and educate you about your own
That's too
fucking
bad.
holy book.
That's
That's pretty fucking sad.
But it
And the
goes
reason
back
I
to
know
what you're
about
saying.
it is
So if
because
you
I
can
was a
kill,
junior
if
Baptist
you can
minister
kill
by the
babies,
age
why
of
not
12.
kill somebody who interferes with law enforcement? What's the moral disconnect
you're really
there?
going to equivocate the two.
Yeah, absolutely.
One
Killing is killing.
conscious. One has the ability to feel fear. One has the ability to form memories. One has the ability to feel that pain.
How do you know babies
baby
in the
doesn't
womb
have
don't
that.
feel that
A
from the
baby
time of
doesn't have
conception?
that.
I don't.
They
I disagree.
Okay, well then what
Typical
memories do you
atheist.
have of the womb?
It doesn't matter if I
Yeah,
have
you don't have
memories. It's
memories
just
of the
saying that
womb because you're not
life
really-
begins when you conceive a child, not at birth.
No, it doesn't.
Well, we'll have to go.
I mean, you can't even determine their fucking gender when they're conceived, dude. You can't even determine their gender when they're conceived.
You can conceive. You can, after they
No.
develop sufficiently within the womb, you can determine their gender, and they have vital organs. So it's obviously
And
a
how long
developmental
does it take for them to
process.
get vital organs?
It doesn't matter. The moment
long
they're
does it
conceived,
take?
they become
You
a
don't know,
person.
huh?
They
Yeah,
become
you
a
think
person.
so.
I'm not a doctor. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
You're speaking much about what you know very little.
I'm learning
You're
as I
speaking
go.
much about what you know very little is what you just said.
Well, you can try to
Yeah.
insult me all
You know,
you
you
want,
should
but
speak little of
we're not
things
here
that
to
you
talk
know
about that.
nothing.
Okay.
Speak little of
Come
things
on.
that you know nothing.
Leave that dude alone.
All right, we'll let you go.
Yeah. See, that's all he ever does is come down here to insult trans people. He's more worried about what's between trans people's
I didn't insult. You brought up trans. I didn't insult you about being trans in
No,
any
he
way,
did.
shape, or form.
He just did. The
Oh,
guy
he
that
did?
you're rocking with.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Well,
The guy that you're rocking with.
he's my friend.
He said, "Why are you talking to that dude?"
He's my friend.
Fat fuck!
Here we go.
Why
Here we go.
I mean, literally, that's all you have to do is come down here and agitate.
Shut up!
I'm not
All you do
agitating.
is
We're
hang
just
around
we're
with
just
people that
talking
are
right now.
agitators.
I'm
You're
asking you
hanging around with
questions.
people that have
You're a
brandished
fucking
firearms
pedophile
at
piece
people
of
for
shit, and
absolutely
you
no
can't
reason.
deny it.
There's video of him brandishing firearms, and that's who you're rocking
I
with.
can deny it.
So should someone have shot him?
Well, you're here based
I
on the
mean,
First Amendment. I believe in the Second Amendment and the First
Second
Amendment.
Amendment too.
All right.
And y'all aren't the only ones that have firearms. And if he done that when I was here, his ass would have been fucking in the morgue. Because you pull a fucking firearm on me, that's gonna be the last fucking thing you do.
You should make a threat.
That's gonna be the last thing.
You should learn.
I'm talking about self-defense.
You should
if
learn from
somebody
Travis
pulls
Juror.
a weapon on me, is what I said.
Well, you hang out with
That's what I
Travis
said.
Jur, and he.
Who's been out
Travis
there
Jur.
carrying? This motherfucker
You're-
came down
you're-
here with an open carried AR-15
You're in
with a
cahoots
60
with
round
Travis
drum.
Jur, and
Why
he
do you
was
need a
just
60 round drum unless
he
you
was
guys
just
thinking about doing a fucking mass
he was
shooting?
just picked up by the U.S. Marshals, and he's in federal custody now for making
I'm
these kinds of
talking
threats.
about Shane over here.
For making these kinds
this
of threats.
Bitch boy Shane over here that comes down and fucking brandishes
Exercising
firearms at people for no-
exercising
He was
your Second Amendment
brandishing
right.
it. He was brandishing
Exercising
it.
your
You do
First
not
or
have
Second
a right
Amendment
to
right.
point a firearm at another person that is unarmed.
I don't
You
know that
do
that
not
happened.
Have that right.
That's what the
You
person
do
did
not
last.
have
That's
that
what the
right.
person did last week, and actually pulled the trigger and released eight
They fired
rounds
something that was
and hit
non-lethal,
somebody.
and
Hit
you're
somebody.
Gonna equivocate that to a fucking firearm.
How do we know it was
Was
non-lethal?
it on video?
How do we know it wasn't a 45? Yes, it was on video.
Was it on video?
Yes, it was.
And what happened right before that?
They'll soon be
Didn't they
apprehended.
assault her first?
They'll soon
And
be
they were
apprehended.
and they were calling her racial slurs.
No,
and
that wasn't the
assaulted her
case.
first,
No, that's
and
not what
also
happened.
Fucking sprayed her with pepper.
She came
to where
around the
she has
block.
chemical
She
burns,
drove around the block
second-degree
multiple
chemical
times. It was
burns.
premeditated
Chemical
assault.
burn.
Yes.
All right, and you both have matching vests now. I see. So.
Yeah, because all these fucking people keep
So
coming down.
let me ask a stupid
brandishing
question.
firearms.
Why don't you guys?
That's
I mean,
what I was saying
but
earlier.
if you
I
stayed
wouldn't have
home,
needed to get this
if you stayed
it wasn't
home,
for the-
if I
Why
stayed
would I
home,
stay
if you
home?
stayed
I'm
home,
practicing my First Amendment
Self-censorship.
right. So why would I
Self-censorship.
stay
My
home?
First Amendment
You're
right.
self-censoring your shit.
And-
Congratulations.
I don't understand what you mean by that.
Self-censorship.
I am not wearing a bulletproof vest.
That's because we're not pulling weapons on you.
Are you
We are
providing
not.
first aid
which
down
all,
here?
all
What?
you
I
did
am.
was
Yeah, no.
confirm
Actually,
that
actually,
we
I have
are
taken
not
first aid,
the
yeah.
violent ones.
I'm not currently
We
certified,
are
but
not
I have
the
Are
taken.
you
ones.
providing
You
first
feel no
aid?
need.
I have taken
Are
a
you
Red Cross
providing
certified.
first
I'm
aid?
here
You're
I
not
have
gonna
taken
suck
Red
me
Cross
out.
certified.
Are you
that can
providing
treat
first
gunshots
aid?
because these motherfuckers keep
Because
pulling
I've been shot at
firearms.
providing first aid. Yes, I'm going to protect myself.
I have training and stop the bleed training.
I don't get why you
I
guys
can
are so
treat a
mad at.
gunshot
Why are you
wound.
guys just mad at me? I mean, can't we have a
Because of
civil
look at who
discussion?
you're hanging with. You're always hanging with people
You're
that have
hanging
been
with the
down
worst
here.
people
You guys
brandishing
look at who you're
firearms
look at you're
like
hanging
Boy
with.
Shane over here.
You're hanging with a
You
guy
guys
who dresses
sit there
up like
brandishing
Bob
fucking
Ross.
firearms.
You're
And your
hanging out.
fucking president's
You're hanging
people
out
like
with a
that,
guy
bro.
that's juggling.
People
You're
like-
hanging out with people that
Oh my
wear
God.
plastic suits. You're
Don't
hanging
show
out with a
any
guy who
artistic
was
direction.
who was apprehended by
why?
federal marshals
You know
yesterday.
why? Because
Because they're your
fucking
friends.
Peaceful
You guys have-
protesters. We're peaceful.
Travis Juror was
people
far
in
from peaceful.
inflatable outfits. They're fucking peaceful protesters.
Okay.
And all of these violent people keep coming down here, assaulting people, pulling firearms on people, which is why I have to fucking wear a vest now.
Well, I've
That's
never
why
assaulted
you.
you.
Do
Yeah,
not
right.
You
have to wear a
assaulted
vest.
you assaulted
That
Stacy
is-
Pritchard.
No,
You punched her in the
she
face.
assaulted me
You
twice.
cold-cocked
It's
her.
on video.
Well, it is on video.
She assaulted me twice.
Right.
That's why I was not charged.
Yeah.
You can see that my hand is on
Not
the
yet.
megaphone the entire time until she assaults me. And I warned her after the first time she assaulted me when she grazed me with the fucking heavy metal bell that was going in my face. Now, when she came in at me to push me and fucking grab my megaphone, she had that bell in her other hand. How am I supposed to know she's not going to hit me with that bell? She just assaulted me twice. What the fuck are you supposed to do other than defend yourself?
But that's offensive.
And
That's not
use-
defensive.
That is defense.
That's offensive.
Striking someone who has assaulted you is defensive by
Even if it's a
fucking
woman?
definition.
Even
It
if
is
it's a
by
woman?
definition.
Even-
By definition.
even if it's a woman?
Somebody assaults you, you have the right to defend yourself. That is the fucking law. Look up the fucking law.
I don't think she
That's what
assaulted
it
you,
says.
though. I've
You
seen the
have
video.
the right to
That's a
defend
he.
yourself with proportional force.
talk about Stacey.
And that was proportional force.
He hit a woman.
That's why I didn't continue to hit. I made sure that they were going to stop engaging me and assaulting me. That's all I did. And I warned her, if you touch me again, I'm gonna hit you back. I fucking warned her. That's why all the cameras swung over. Because they heard that, and that's why it's on multiple angles, on multiple films, is because once she assaulted me the first time, I said, if you do it again, I'm gonna touch you back. And I'm a person of my word.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll let you have the last word. All right, we're going to go over here now. Well,
This is, you can't make this shit up, bro.
oh
You
man.
cannot make this up.
All right, guys, we're with Shane. If my stream goes down, go to Ground Zero PDX. He's here, working hard. And hey, can I ask you a question on camera? Absolutely. So, what do you think about this? Is the corner where you had a little bit of a scuffle with a gentleman who was just apprehended by federal marshals and is now in a federal hold. What do you think about his being held? Was he a danger to society?
Oh, he threatened my life.
He threatened my life. Has he ever threatened your life?
Yeah.
So that's 3 out of 3, just casual
all of
people
us.
on the
I'm pretty
street
sure all the Patriots
that have all
have
been threatened literally to kill, along with the president. He used words like, I'm going to boom boom Trump, I'm going to hit him with a pew pew, he's going to get a 553, I didn't even know what that was.
556.
556, yeah, so we've all been threatened, and it happened right here. You guys can watch the video if you want. And these people are talking about how we're violent with them when we're just hanging around documenting the stupidity of the situation. We've got a guy dressed up, he's not Bob Ross, but he's dressed up like Bob Ross, and he's talking to a shark and a bear. Let's go look at Bob's painting.
I'll take one with you and I'll send it to you.
Okay, now it's
Oh, can I look at can I film your painting here, Bob? Fake Bob? So this is a picture of the ICE facility, a hypothetical picture of it going up in flames.
All right, excuse us.
Burning.
We're gonna do a selfie.
Okay, we're doing a selfie with the shark, and you guys won't believe this. This is fake Bob Ross with skateboard teddy bear
It's Slob Ross.
and the fake shark, and I don't know what that is, pussycat. And
It's Slob Ross.
Bob's current work of art is a
All right.
is a picture of the
See y'all later.
building going up in flames.
Like terrorist activity.
Yeah, like he's envisioning it going up in flames.
The ICE building going up.
Here they are here, taking over the trolley station that we so carefully took all of the stuff up. Now the police have come by several times, but they've just capitulated to these guys. Now there is, let's see this. There is a notice
they're
here.
Not enforcing it though. I already looked at it, dude.
2-9.
They're not enforcing it.
Yeah,
that's
try
already
that.
been days ago. They're saying that it's an illegal campsite. And
Let's
that
see
their
if we can
stuff will be moved.
call that number there. We'll call, you guys call that number tomorrow and ask them why they haven't. Everybody in the chat, call that number and ask them why they haven't cleaned up, why they haven't followed through with their situation. Of course, it's in Spanish and English to make it very clear, but they're not going to actually follow through with it. Killer ice off of our streets. I'm going to have to bring a list down here of all the people that have been killed by illegal aliens. It came up on my feed today, and I'm just going to start to go down the list when they talk about the 2 people that have been killed when they interfered with federal police activity.
Compare that to all the illegal murders that were done by illegal
Oh man,
and rapes. And
drives me crazy. Well, I thought it would be a quiet night. The reason I came out tonight is because it's going to rain tomorrow, so I don't think I'll come out on Friday. But I also wanted to celebrate Travis Jewell getting thrown in. I was worried that they were going to let him out today, and that would have been terrible. Now, if it had been Multnomah County, or it had been the district attorney or the Portland police, he would be walking the streets. He'd probably be down here right now. But because it was the federal officials, they don't fuck around, do they?
No, and I do want to put in a word on there too. I tried to get they wouldn't do a restraining order, but you know what I mean, a no contact or some kind of protective order, and the DA said, well, he threatened your life, but he didn't specifically say like, well, I have a rifle in my backpack, I'm gonna go grab that and blow your head off. I said, no, but he said he's gonna blow my head off. But he said for that they wouldn't even consider
The Portland
doing it.
police.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the police, it was the DA.
Oh, okay.
So the DA told me that. But now I've heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've heard that Travis has a protective order against Tommy somewhere.
I saw that.
So how is that possible when he threatens a man's life and then gets a protective order? But
because it's with Multnomah County DA, and I hope Tommy can get that invalidated. But it'll be interesting to see when that comes around if Travis is still. I think he'll still be in custody, because what they found apparently in his apartment is that he had conducted burglary and stole equipment from his prior employer, which happened to be a utility employer. So who knows? And he had explosives, so who knows? Maybe he was plotting to bomb a substation or something. I mean, he also apparently had a manifesto, but I'm glad he's in custody right now, and that was the whole reason I came down here. This lady is particularly violent and outspoken here, isn't she? She's always very difficult, and the two people around here, they're getting more and more aggressive, aren't they? I think we should all hang together. How late do you guys stay in? I think I'm going to probably cut out here pretty soon. You're going to stick around for a while?
no, I'll stick around as long as these guys are.
Let's go take a look and see what the plan is. Now we're having contact here.
He's touching me!
Oh, so childish.
Keep it peaceful.
I agree. Couldn't agree more.
Are white men!
That's why you don't like me. Now I get it.
Yeah,
Racist.
you're right.
You call
I'm
me a
fucking
racist.
white, you
You're a
piece
racist.
of shit!
You're a
I'm
racist.
white!
You're a racist.
I'm white!
You're a racist.
What happens
You're
when
a
racist
fucking
calls a racist
pedophile.
a racist?
No, you are.
Wait, racist people are.
You're a fucking pedophile!
Motherfucker that just killed his own daughter last year.
Travis a pedophile.
Everybody seems to be concerned about everybody being a pedophile.
Yeah,
What is this
they run
pedophile
your
thing?
fucking country! Why aren't you concerned?
You
You
think-
fucking piece of shit!
You think I'm a pedophile?
Yes, I do!
Are
You
you?
like them shaved, don't you? You like them real young, don't
Why
you?
this man did
It's just these idiots showing up to your friend's
right
people.
Fucking gross piece of shit!
So many people are laughing at you.
Like I give a shit who you associate with! Look at me! I'm not a pedophile!
Constantly getting violent. Just like that MAGA agitator that's pulling a gun on children.
Who the fuck pulls a gun on a child?
Exactly.
You are fucking.
I said earlier.
Hey.
All they have is their fucking guns! That's all they got is their fucking guns! That's it!
Hey, I was going to give you credit. That's the first time I've ever seen you drop a ball.
I definitely drop them. You
Do you have a record? Have you kept your record?
I don't have a record.
If you're so concerned
May I ask, is there a particular reason why you do this? Is it stress reducing, or you just practicing?
I don't really know why I started it. I was juggling at home and I thought I wanted to come.
You're
wanted to
pretty.
come protest and
So juggling protester, you're pretty damn good at it, I must say.
thank you.
And I like the red, white, and blue thing. That's pretty cool.
I thought it was a good expression of constitutional rights.
Absolutely.
You know, we have the right to be here.
That is a unique form of freedom of expression that we see probably only in Portland. Is that the only thing you juggle, or do you do other things?
This so far, I want to get clubs, but they're kind of expensive.
You know, I saw some at Goodwill the other day on Cedar Hills Boulevard. And they were $4.99 each, so you could have gotten 3 for $15. I almost bought them because I like juggling, but I'm not nearly as good as you are. And I tried to do it in the store, and I couldn't even flip it over once, so I put them back. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're still there. If I go by there and they're still there, you know what? I'm going to buy them and give them to you. That's how committed I am to what you do here. I appreciate you. All right, take it easy. Hey guys, I'm going to cut out. You guys good here? I don't want to leave anybody. I'm going to cut out in a few minutes. I'm going to check with Shane. I think we've done what we can do here. What else are we going to do? Oh, my.
You have to shut up. It's my finger, baby, right? That's right. I'm a white fucking racist against white pedophile pieces of shit. I am a racist. Yo.
I got her to twist her words.
Here I am. Come get me.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Come on, get me.
No,
you good?
I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Fucking joke. You're a fucking joke. Both of you.
You want to hear a joke?
Fucking you got married once?
You want to hear my Nazi knock-knock joke, since you called me a Nazi?
23 minutes.
Knock.
Got your fucking joke.
Knock.
Who's there?
We will ask the questions. I'm waiting for that one. I'd get arrested.
I have a gimbal. I just don't.
Oh,
Hey.
Sorry, you got in the way of my sign.
That's assault, sweetheart.
No, it isn't.
You remember what you were just talking about getting hit?
You think you're?
I just fucking turned.
Yeah,
You got it on video. You got it on video.
You think you're funny?
You got it
Let's
on
fucking
video.
de-escalate. We don't need to fucking go.
Prepare the mace for deployment. Prepare the pepper spray for deployment.
And then you won't get hit by a sign.
This bitch about to get lit up here. What do you think, dude? This bitch about to get lit up here.
She's lucky.
Yeah, you're very calm, I must say.
You're lucky that I'm actually keeping my calm.
It's getting like a daily thing, isn't it?
Threatening me? Are you fucking threatening me? I'm lucky? I'm fucking lucky?
Nico hasn't been around in a while.
He's threatening me.
Stop macing people. I'm not macing anybody. Mace her 3 times the charm. Yeah, believe me. They're not worth it. Not worth it.
The kind of sick fuck that would
And then
go
turned
ahead
around and acted like she didn't. Like I didn't even say anything. You just
he was
accused
found to
yourself.
have done.
All right, you guys.
The only reason he wasn't charged for
Hey, listen, I'm going to head out, dude, so don't leave yourself alone, but give it a few minutes. Say hi. Oh, here, I got something for you for the pups. Here, take them all.
Guess who was
Those
awarded
are for the puppies. I get them from the bank.
not one,
Oh, nice.
Make sure they know Iceman gave them to them, though.
Well, I'll say
All
this
right.
is from Iceman.
Exactly. All right, bro. Be safe. I'm going to cut out, so don't stick around.
he is on the
I'm going to cut out, so I'll see you guys. I'm going to cut out, man. I'll see you next time. Thanks for coming out. Take care. Thank you. I'm glad you guys were here. It's always good to have you guys here. Okay, you guys are going to make sure you all stay together, cool, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's good? Okay.
I mean, he's in the Epstein list more than Epstein. Seriously. Trump is in the Epstein list more than fucking Epstein. It shouldn't even be called the Epstein list. It should be called the Trump list.
The Clinton list.
It should be the Trump file.
The Clinton list. So this is REACH. They are the leftist community that provides shelter for all these guys, as we've documented several times before. We can see there's another guy getting out of the car. Every time when I leave, that's when shit starts to hit the fan. So I guess I should probably say later. But Iceman's going to head out, you guys. So go to Ground Zero PDX. Or Bach is probably following Ground Zero. There's somebody pissing in the corner there. That's what they do. They come down here. They piss in the alcoves of this building. Oh, there's somebody. Oh, there's somebody in there. Interesting. All right. Another job well done by the Patriots, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, we got the B team.
That's some good dialogue. If it wasn't for that one motherfucker.
Yeah, I try to dialogue, but sometimes it's so funny. Sometimes they're super hostile, and sometimes they're not. So, who knows, right? I'm not coming out tomorrow because it's going to rain, and I'm going to do that thing in Columbia County. I went to that one time when I ran for, I'll tell you guys a quick story before we go. I ran for senator one time, and I went out to Columbia County to do one of those candidate things, and I said something about the other candidates because I reported them because they were doing like a campaign infraction, and there was like 5 of us all running for senator, and some were for me, most were for the other people. And I said something, and all of a sudden everybody got like started to yell and scream and get really heated like instantly. And I swear to God, you heard like all these guns come out of people's, like everybody was starting to unholster their guns. Columbia County is nowhere to fuck around with. But it was, I remember laughing about it, but it was so funny because I said something about, I reported all these guys to the Federal Election Commission for campaign violations, and everybody in the room was like, you snitch, da, da, da. I thought it would go well for me. It didn't go good. It's like perfect example of what not to do. But I'll never forget that because people like stood up and they're like the whole room went into a ruckus, and literally like people started unsheathing their weapons, and I'm like, okay, I'll leave that one on the table for now. So that's my story about Columbia County. You guys coming out tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow.
All right,
and
man.
I'll also be here Saturday.
Be safe. Good to see you. Take care. Drive home safe. Bye, guys. Another showing by the Patriots. Patriots win. Resistance is futile. We'll let them know that one more time as we drive home. Got to make sure Shane and our other Patriots get out safely. Oh. All right, you guys. Let's see. Maybe what I can do here is put you guys in my gimbal. What's it saying here? Travis needs to be locked up. Travis is locked up. Maced her 3 times. Yeah, she was a pain in the... Shane has maced 4 women. Shane's a badass, and he's a very, very nice gentleman, too. Very nice guy. So for you guys who think Shane is weird, he's not weird. Check on Nico. I didn't see Nico tonight. She hasn't been around. We love Iceman. Iceman loves you. Is that a Patriot with you? Yeah, those guys were Patriots walking with me. Yeah, we were safe. So for you guys who don't know, I usually cut out around 9. Try to give it about 2 hours. Tonight, I stayed a little bit longer. I'm going to try to put you guys in my... Hold on a second here. Ah. Oh, shit. Did I turn it off? I hope not. Okay, you guys. Iceman is going to hit the road. We're going to do our recap. We'll drive by one more time and give them a little bit of hell, right? Because that's what we do. Patriots always win. I better put my seatbelt on because we need to follow the laws. We need to follow the laws of this country. We can't pick and choose which laws we want to follow and which laws we don't want to follow. So it's 9:45. I've been here almost 3 hours. I usually do about 2 hours. But tonight you got the B team because, well, Shane is the A team. Ground Zero PDX. For those of you guys who want a really good, reliable stream, check out Shane. I think he's going to go home. I sent him some, I gave him some doggy biscuits for his pups to take home. He's got a great stream, and he's a really, really, really nice guy. I mean, Shane is a super nice guy, for those of you who don't know, and he's very calm. So, we're going to head out here. We'll give him one last thing. Hopefully they won't throw any rocks. If they throw a rock at me or a water bottle or something, it'll be like the other people. Here we go. Have a good night, everybody. See you later. Okay. Be safe.
Make sure you go get your salad.
Yeah, I always do. See you later, sweetie. Being sarcastic, of course. She's a witch. That bitch is a witch. Oh my God, she was so triggered. She is like one of the worst of all. And I hate to say it, but for some reason the women and the dudes that dress like women, they're the worst. So we had like 3 trannies. We had